official day.
Islam.
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 First and always I rise, giving all praises to my Father and yours, the great God Allah. Stand on and love made manifest in the state of North Carolina, 1886. Prophet and founder of the Moorish American Government, El-Haj Sharif Abdul Ali, that is.
Praise the Lord.
Extend honor to the Moorish American Government. I extend honor to Act 1, the Divine Constitution of Moorish America. I extend honor to Act 2 through 7, the bylaws of the Moorish American Government. I extend honor to each and every one of you, to all the citizens. Normally they start from we start in giving honors from the top down, but I want to start by giving honor to the citizens. Because without citizens, there is no nation. And without a nation of people, then we have no need for a government. So I praise the Lord for the citizens. I've seen so much joy and inspiration here today from all the speakers that have come before me, and I'm sure for all those that have come after me. It's an honor. This journey in this manifest started in 1948.
Praise the great God.
And as Elihu said to his students when they were marveling much at their deliverance, it is not strange that there are no happenings.
That's right.
What happened? Law governs all events.
That's right.
Praise the great
See,
God.
and it is the law that we would meet in these sacred groves.
Right.
It was a holiday inn when we came in that earlier. But these are sacred groves now. You understand? See, and so it is that with that honor and that privilege, just like the sister, I'm just so overjoyed. You know, I mean, I know we all had a journey. You understand? But in this journey that I've been on, you understand, I sat for 3,400 what the years, what they call prison, and I turned into a paradise, you understand, so that I could study the teaching just like Jesus, John, and all those, Yehoshua, and all those before us, that we might, you understand, uplift fallen humanity. A difficult task, but it's not an impossible. You know what I'm saying? I have great confidence that from out of here, we can go out there and save those Negroes, blacks, and colored.
That's right.
When we look at, I look at the NFL and that whole thing about the kneeling down at the, now this brother made a serious stand, even though he was kneeling. But when Donald Trump stuck his 2 cents in there, and said something about all them SOBs, I'll say. The owners of the NFL say, Donald, you will not touch my Negroes. They claim it right back. You say, you can do what you want with yours, but you're not touching mine. And it's such a joy to be able to be here. You know, we were talking about slavery from time to go, and I thought of our brother Jomo Kenyatta, who said to our brothers, said when the Europeans came to Africa, they had the Bible, and we had the land.
That's right.
He said when we woke up, they had the land, and we had the Bible.
That's right. That's right.
See, these lessons are so powerful, and I had an identity crisis when I was growing up. And as I got older, and I was born colored, they later told me I was a Negro. James Brown came and said, I'm black and proud. None of those things fit me, so I called myself an Afro-American. You know, I went to the Nation of Islam because the sister said, well, you know, you're a black man. I want to know what was black. So they say, well, black is the state of mind. I said, oh, well, in that case, a white man can be black. Oh, wait a minute, brother, hold up. You know. But see, all these names were given to slaves by slaveholders in 1779. And we had our brother Rogers Bay up here earlier, who can give us a great genealogy, chronological demonstration of the events that occurred to us, you understand, as Moors coming out of Africa. Northwest and southwestern shores of Africa. And just in case you didn't, and the prophet said the Negro River is in North Africa. And when I get on the map and I go tracing myself, I find that the Negro River right down there in Brazil.
Praise the great God.
containing black water. Containing black water. See, so, and I meant to tell y'all to put on your seatbelt, because when I get to riding, it's just like a roller coaster.
Bear witness.
You know what I'm saying? We going down, up, and a circle, and hit and go back out.
Praise the great
You know, and then the Grand National Chairman just put out on August the 10th, with the 4th degree, he also put out some videos. And in that demonstration, he put out 1871. If you have any questions or any confusion in your mind about why they say we went back into slavery, please, 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 go on YouTube, get it from the email, and look at it. It's very plain, it's very simple. 13th Amendment said, involuntary servitude shall no longer be tolerated.
Teach.
Excuse me. Except,
Teach.
wrong good with his stuff, except
Teach.
as a punishment of crime.
Praise the Lord.
You see? And then he said the other key word was involuntary servitude. See, but we in slavery on voluntary time. They ain't had to put us in there. We volunteered to be in there.
Teach.
You understand? And when you read and understand 1871, then you'll know. The Prophet Noble Ali said that these names of Negro, Black, and Colored was given to us in 1779, last till 1865 during the time of slavery. It's no excuse. Talking to us somebody last night. The Prophet took all excuses with him.
That's right.
You are citizens. Citizens receive pardons. Pardon, the Prophet pardoned you for everything that you did before he came. You understand? But it's on you now. It is no longer on the Negroes, the blacks, and the colored.
Got that light on.
They mad with Roger B. Taney these days. They want to take the statue of Roger B. Taney, who was a Supreme Court Justice in 1857, who ruled on the Dred Scott decision.
That's right.
Praise the great God.
Somewhere I read in the Akhenaten Perk Emheru Tutankhamun Bey commentary said, black lives don't matter.
Bear witness.
Roger B. Taney said, a Negro had no rights that a citizen is bound to respect.
Teach.
So, what that's supposed to change? See, they mad with, and the reason I bring Taney up because it's always a double-edged sword.
Teach.
Taney was a constitutionalist. And before he told the Negroes they had no rights, they set Joseph Cinque and the brothers on the Amistad free in 1837. You got to study your documents. You got everything it takes to save the nation. Before you leave, please get all that you can over there. Because when you hear the Grand National Chairman speaking, he is speaking from what the prophet gave to him,
Praise the Lord.
sent by Allah to redeem us from our sinful ways.
Praise the Lord for the
Please, please, please. That's what James Brown said. Please. You know what I'm saying? And OJ said, no more backward thinking, time to thinking ahead. We're going to carry this forward from this day forward. I'm so glad and honored that this is happening. Excuse me, I just said ain't no happening. Now I'm going to turn around. That there are no occurrences, that this is occurring in Baltimore City.
That's right.
And we can do this all over the nation.
That's right.
It is nation time. It is time for us to stop holding on, dealing with king ambition,
Teach.
slaveholders.
Teach.
You know, they want to sit around slaveholding. We got to let it go.
Go ahead.
And there is but one thing that you must be saved from,
Praise the Lord.
and everybody know what his name is. It's called self.
There you go.
It's called self. Prophet said, if I could get you to think, you can save yourself.
Teach.
He come to save us from a sinful and fallen state of humanity. More than I am so delighted to be here to meet all these wonderful and great spirits today. It's too many names, you understand, for me to call each and every one. And then if I don't call a name, somebody might get a little attitude because I left them out. But I'm honored. I'm honored to be here. It's many, many roads, you understand, that I have traveled with the Grand National Chairman, the sister Hatshepsut,
Praise the Lord.
man, the Tutankhamun Bey.
Praise the Lord.
I was gonna try to keep this to myself, but I can't do it.
Teach.
You either love him or hate him.
That's right.
The more Rogers Bay was standing on a post, and I indicated to the more I'd like to say something to him. He didn't have enough time. But two sisters that came in. And one of the sisters looked up here and saw him, grabbed the other sister by the shoulder, and rolled out. And I had already gone through Mo, you gotta keep your eye on that. That one there. I'm talking about, hey, but two things in the world. One is truth and the other is falsehood. And when truth come on the scene, falsehood flee. He will flee. You see? And the problem is, we can't stand the naked truth. Because when truth and falsehood went down to the river and they tricked the brother out of his clothes, truth said, I'm going in buck naked. Buck naked. Because I'm not going to put on them clothes of falsehood. So let us all continue to maintain this vibration. Don't let this die when we leave out of here. We got to carry it on. And I would really be remiss if I didn't mention the consulate of Baltimore. Like the brother said, we go through ups and downs just like everybody else in life, but we know we stay focused.
That's right.
Stay focused on the mission at hand. I ain't got time for who struck John and which way Betty Sue went. You understand? You understand? These lessons come from the great God Allah through our ancient fathers by his prophet to redeem us from our sinful and fallen stage of humanity.
You got the light on.
The prophet said, I've traveled throughout the South, and it is the works of my people that continually practice things that disrespect any nation that lived the life. You got the light now, Moors. It's no reason, absolutely no reason, that we cannot save all 60 million of them. I'm a dreamer, if you want to say that. But I'm going after all of them. If I don't get my 50, I'll be all right too. I come in Islam, and I leave in peace.
Gratitude. Praise the Lord.
Thank you so much, Madam O. Yeah, me and Fisher Bay, we go back quite a ways. So it's still much honor to him. And the one thing that he was speaking about, you can't, all Moors don't want to be saved.
Right.
Remember I told you that's the hardest lesson I had to learn?
Yeah.
And even today, I've had Moors come to me right here and let me know, no. Prophet didn't bring that.
Right.
You ain't giving us nothing, you don't belong to this, and
I heard it.
okay.
I heard it.
Are you saved? Are you free? Yeah, I'm free. And still a member of an organization.
Praise the great God.
Under another man's government. Ain't heard jack that I said. Ain't heard nothing Noble Ali had to say. Again, what is the duty of a prophet? It's very simple, more. It's not complicated. But the prophet said, look, I brought you everything. But you got to do what with it? You got to take all that he brought you and save yourself with it. Because, and the reason why he did it that way more is because if you don't save yourself, you won't stay free.
Praise the great God.
You won't defend yourself. Somebody, anybody or anything can come in and take it from you.
Praise the great God.
But if you do it yourself, you will defend yourself.
That's right.
You'll protect yourself. And that word protecting is the first word in your prayer. Allah is my protector. It's something so valuable about yours that you will protect yourself about it. You will defend yourself with it at all costs. That's how important your nation is. That's how important your own government is. If you don't believe me, how come it ain't happening?
Praise the great
Noble Ali brought over 100 years ago, over a century ago. He brought it to you, but it ain't happened. Why? Somebody don't see the value in it. Somebody don't see the love in it. They're in freedom. They'd rather stay a slave than be free.
Praise the great God.
So you can talk that much you want to, but the master question is, are you free?
Teach.
Okay? I ain't talking about will this teaching free you. It sounds slick, but you ain't being it.
Praise the great God.
So you got to be it. It's not enough to read it. You got to be what you read.
Praise the great God.